Cause of death, decision making. That's not a thing, but if it was, I would be dead. You see, my partner and I process information totally differently. I'm broad strokes while she is deep in the weeds. I process information when I need to take action on it, which I call just-in-time management, whereas she processes all the information at once and then goes from there, which doesn't make sense to me. These complementary skills work together most of the time until they don't. Recently, she asked me if I'd like some water, and I'll tell you, my head almost exploded. This is how the conversation went. Disclaimer, yes, it's very sweet that she wants me to have the exact style, flavor, temperature in the exact cup that I want. However, I have a serious problem of decision fatigue. So making decisions is a mentally taxing process, not just for me, but for everyone. This is why I don't go to diners anymore, because those menus give me anxiety. Decision fatigue is the deterioration of our ability to make good decisions after a long period of making decisions. And what this means is, as you continue to make decisions, your ability to do that will actually decrease over time. Making 6 decisions about water in the morning, that means I'm going to be less able to make important decisions later when it actually matters. As a business owner, if I didn't process things this way, I would have decision fatigue all the time. I would be constantly overwhelmed. So how do I explain that while I appreciate very much the thought behind the gesture, I don't care that much about water? We're also planning a wedding right now, so wish me luck for that. Some famous people that you might know that also deal with decision fatigue. Barack Obama talked about only wearing one type of suit, so he didn't have to think about what he was going to wear during the day, because he only has one suit that he wears on those specific days, so he doesn't need to think about it. He also eats the same thing every morning, so he doesn't need to think about it. Mark Zuckerberg's known for the t-shirt and the jeans, also so that he doesn't have to think about what to wear. Same with Steve Jobs. Black turtleneck, that wasn't because it was fashionable, believe it or not. It was because he could do the same thing every day. It was his brand, and it also means he doesn't have to think. So think of all the things that you make decisions on every single day. When I went to high school, we wore uniforms, and at the time, I was like, this sucks, I'd love to be wearing my own clothes. And we had one non-uniform day a year. And everyone was like, oh, what are you gonna wear today? And it was so exciting. Then I went to university. Of course, there's no uniforms in university. And I'm like, oh, give me uniforms where I don't have to decide what I'm going to wear every day. So create a uniform for yourself, whatever that looks like. Create a way that you don't have to keep deciding in the morning what you're gonna wear, or decide the night before so you don't waste that brain power in the morning. Eat the same thing for meals so that you don't have to keep coming up with recipes. If you don't get bored with what you eat, find something that you really like that's good and just have it as often as possible so you don't have to keep thinking of that. So think of all the decisions you make throughout the day that don't really matter, and try to just create a system for yourself so that you're taking decisions out of your day so that you can use them on wiser things later. By removing this mental tax every day on these tiny little decisions, you will be better able to make bigger, much more important and difficult decisions later in the day. Another way to do this is by creating habits. So if you have a morning routine that's the same every single day, that is a way that your body is basically shortcutting decisions and just doing the same thing every day without having to think about it. I even have an evening routine to sort of wind up my day, and I'll be sharing that in a video soon, so make sure you're subscribed. Another way to remove decision fatigue is when you're planning your day or what you have to get done that day, if you do it the night before, so before you go to bed or when you're finishing your work for the day, like what's the 3 things or even the first thing that you want to do the next day. So before you open your laptop, you know what that thing is, then you're not waking up and then, oh, now I have to decide how I'm going to spend my time. So I try to do that type of stuff the night before so that I know where I'm going to start in the morning, and I try to remove any decision that is going to use up my creative brain power on stuff that doesn't matter. So takeaway from this video is to cut every single tiny decision that doesn't matter, come up with a habit or a ritual or a system for yourself so you don't have to think about it, and you will free yourself up for much bigger and better things. Let me know in the comments below what decisions you have cut out of your life or what decisions that you're planning to after you watch this video.